Monkey Max stands in a driveway that isn't his. A car he can't afford, parked at an angle he practiced. A house he's renting just to be photographed in front of it. His phone buzzes. Payment declined. He silences it without looking. Someone nearby lifts a camera. Max fixes his jacket and smiles like nothing is wrong. In 11 minutes, this smile is going to cost him everything he thinks he has. Nobody around him knows he's drowning. Not the photographer, not his friends, not even Max himself, not yet. Rewind 3 weeks. Max believes something simple, something almost everyone believes without ever saying it out loud. Look rich, get treated rich, become rich. Buy the watch first and the money will follow to match it. Wear the jacket and the wallet will catch up eventually. His father used to say it differently back when Max was small enough to actually listen. Wealth is quiet, son. The loudest people in the room are usually the ones paying for the room. Max nodded back then. He doesn't remember it now. At Max's company, there is a legend, and his name is Roger. Roger has 3 houses. Roger has a boat with his own name painted on the side. Roger tips in cash, folded thick, like it means nothing to peel off another bill. Every young monkey at that office studies Roger the way scientists study a solved equation. Copy the walk, copy the watch, copy the way he never checks a price tag. Max studies harder than anyone. To him, Roger isn't just successful. Roger is proof the plan works. Then there's Gus. Gus sweeps the parking lot every morning before the sun is even fully up. Same gray jacket every single day, torn at one elbow and never replaced. His car is so old it stalls at red lights. Twice a week, someone behind him lays on the horn. Max laughs along with the others when it happens. It's an easy laugh, a cheap one. He doesn't think about it for even a second. Why would he? To Max, Gus isn't a mystery. Gus is a warning label for what happens if you don't play the game right. Then Max gets his first big paycheck, bigger than anything he's earned before. He doesn't save a cent of it. He spends it becoming the person he wants people to think he already is. A new watch, the kind Roger wears. A table at the restaurant everyone's posting about. New photos taken in expensive light, hiding the same old fear underneath. For exactly one night, Max feels like Roger feels. Untouchable, weightless, like the rules don't apply to him anymore. That feeling has an expiration date. Max just doesn't know it yet. The bill arrives 11 days later, and it doesn't knock politely. It slaps. Then a second bill, then a third, stapled to a letter that uses the word overdue twice on one page. Max tells himself it's temporary. Everyone spends like this, right? Everyone's one good month away from catching up, right? He starts avoiding his own mailbox, walking past it like it's a stranger he owes an apology to. That single decision to stop looking is where the real story begins. Weeks pass. Max works later and later, partly out of ambition, partly to avoid going home to bills he refuses to open. One night, near the elevators, he overhears 2 executives talking low, the kind of low that means it's important. Roger's name comes up. He's leveraged to the ceiling, one of them says. That boat isn't even paid off. None of it is. Max freezes mid-step. The blueprint he's been copying for 2 years just cracked down the middle. It isn't a rumor for long. Within a month, Roger's office sits empty. The nameplate is gone before the furniture is. The boat disappears from the marina. So does the second house, then the third. The man everyone in that building tried to become is filing for bankruptcy, quietly, in a courthouse none of his old employees will ever see. Max sits with that fact like it's a stone lodged behind his ribs. If Roger, with the houses, the boat, the cash tips, wasn't actually rich, then what had Max been copying this entire time? That same week, humiliation finds Max in person. He's standing in line at the bank, asking, quietly, for an extension on a payment he can't make. His voice keeps dropping so the monkey behind him won't hear. The door opens. Gus walks in. Same torn jacket, same tired car sputtering in the lot outside. The next afternoon, Gus doesn't open the door to a mansion. He opens it to a small, quiet house and a laptop with one spreadsheet open on the screen. 30 years of it, row after row after row. The exact same deposit made every single month without a single missed entry. No spikes, no splurges, no lucky breaks, just relentless, boring consistency, decade after decade. I've made more from doing nothing exciting, Gus says, tapping the screen once, than most people ever make chasing everything exciting. Max leans in and finally sees the total number at the bottom of the screen. It knocks the air out of him. Gus is worth more, significantly more, than Roger ever was. Even at Roger's flashiest, boat-owning peak. No watch, no boat, no table at the restaurant everyone's talking about. Just time, discipline, and a lie he refused to buy into 30 years before Max was even old enough to fall for it. The lie, Gus says, is that money is supposed to be seen. Real money is supposed to be left alone, so it has room to grow. Max sits in silence. Somewhere behind his eyes, an entire belief system is quietly rearranging itself. That night, Max finally does something he's been avoiding for weeks. He opens the mailbox. Every letter, every unopened envelope stacked inside it. It's worse than he feared. Interest on top of interest. Warnings on top of warnings. But for the first time, he doesn't look away from it. He reads every line, and for the first time, he lets himself actually feel what it means. He sees his own life clearly, maybe for the first time since that first big paycheck. Chasing the image of wealth hadn't made him wealthy, it had made him The watch never made him rich, it made him a monthly payment with a strap. The next morning, Max sells the watch back for half of what he paid. He cancels the restaurant memberships. He keeps the old car one more year, then another. It's humbling in a way that stings every single day at first. His coworkers start whispering about him the way they used to whisper about Gus. He lets them whisper. For the first time in his life, their opinion of him doesn't run his bank account. He opens his own spreadsheet, one column, one number, deposited on the same day every single month, no matter how small it feels at the start. 6 months in, it still feels small. He deposits anyway. That's the whole secret, and it isn't exciting at all. A year later, Max walks past a car dealership and sees a young monkey with his face pressed to the glass, admiring something shiny and completely unaffordable. The kid glances over. Is that what rich looks like? Max almost laughs at how familiar the question sounds. Then he says the only true thing he's learned since that night at Gus's kitchen table. Rich doesn't look like anything. That's the whole trick. The biggest lie about money is that you're supposed to see it. The truth is, if you can see it, it might already be gone. He walks on, in an old jacket he no longer minds wearing, towards something quiet, something patient, something that is finally, actually, his. If this story hits something in you, that's not an accident. Every Apeonomics story is built to change how you see money, one honest lie at a time. Subscribe now so next time the truth finds you first.